What is the argument put forth by those who support the idea that the prophethood of Muhammad is linked to Hagar's prophecy, which predates the Torah, in contrast to Hebrew prophets who are associated with the Torah? Consequently, Muhammad, in contrast to Hebrew prophets such as Jesus, is not bound by the laws of the Torah. Supporters of the idea that the prophethood of Muhammad is linked to Hagar's prophecy, which predates the Torah, argue that this connection sets Muhammad apart from Hebrew prophets who are associated with the Torah. Here is a detailed explanation of their argument. 1. Pre-Torah origins of Hagar's prophecy. Proponents argue that Hagar's prophecy, as mentioned in Genesis 21 verse 18, predates the Torah given to Moses. This prophecy concerns Hagar's son, Ishmael, who is promised to become a great nation. This predates the formalization of the Torah, which is traditionally attributed to Moses and his time. 2. Reiteration and fulfillment in Islamic rituals. The Torah reiterates Hagar's prophecy, but its fulfillment is seen in Islamic practices, particularly the Hajj pilgrimage. The Hajj, which involves rituals connected to Hagar and Ishmael, is viewed as a direct link to their legacy. This pilgrimage is a central practice in Islam, signifying the prophecy's fulfillment and its importance in Islamic tradition. 3. Marginalization by ancient Israelite scribes. It is suggested that ancient Israelite scribes attempted to downplay the significance of Hagar and Ishmael due to theological and political reasons. This marginalization aimed to elevate the prominence of Isaac and the Israelite lineage over Ishmael. The argument posits that the biblical narrative was shaped in a way that selectively emphasized aspects favorable to the Israelite lineage. Contrast with Hebrew prophets. 1. Association with the Torah. Hebrew prophets are closely linked to the Torah, which is seen as the foundation of their prophetic authority. The Torah, given to Moses, contains the laws and ethical teachings that Hebrew prophets were tasked with interpreting and enforcing. This connection establishes a continuous line of prophetic tradition rooted in the Mosaic covenant. 2. Muhammad's independent prophetic lineage. In contrast, Muhammad's prophethood is associated with the Abrahamic covenant through Ishmael rather than the Mosaic covenant. This distinction is significant in Islamic theology, which views Muhammad's message as a continuation and fulfillment of the Abrahamic faith, independent of the Mosaic laws. This perspective underscores the universality of Muhammad's revelation, intended for all humanity, rather than being confined to the specific legal and ritual practices of the Jewish people. Theological implications. 1. Universal prophetic tradition. By associating Muhammad with a prophecy that predates the Torah, supporters argue that prophetic messages have been universal and ongoing throughout human history. This places Islam within a broader, inclusive prophetic tradition that transcends Jewish ethnic and religious boundaries. It emphasizes the continuity of divine guidance from the time of Abraham through to Muhammad. 2. Distinct covenants. The argument also highlights the existence of distinct covenants in the Abrahamic religions. While the Hebrew prophets operate under the covenant of Moses and the Sinai revelation, Muhammad is seen as part of the covenant given to Abraham and Ishmael. This theological distinction reinforces the idea that different prophetic traditions are validated by separate covenants within the broader framework of Abrahamic faiths. In summary, the argument linking Muhammad's prophethood to Hagar's prophecy emphasizes its pre-Torah origins, fulfillment in Islamic Hajj, and the marginalization of Hagar's significance by ancient Israelite scribes. This perspective contrasts Muhammad's universal and independent prophetic lineage with the Hebrew prophets' association with the Torah, highlighting distinct covenants and a broader prophetic tradition.